the public, put it in a book, and we submit it. The 770 account, the wealthy physician, the doctor's word is a strong guide. What your CPA is not telling you. If you want to hide information from the public, put it in a book. And I'm going to close with this. We see this all the times. I had a good friend of mine whom I had protected with a policy. She canceled the policy last week. I asked her, why did you cancel your policy? You know what she told me? I met a friend on TikTok, and I got advice on a friend on TikTok who said I should cancel my policy. And she followed suit. Why? Because it's somebody on TikTok. You know those friends you see on TikTok who think they know, but they have no clue? If you are going to cancel a policy, at least use informed sources. Because the truth, there are so many of them everywhere on social media. They go to Google, you go to TikTok, you go to Facebook. If you are ever going to cancel your policy, you should first of all make sure that the banks have canceled their own policy. If the banks have not canceled their own policy for 200 years, you should never cancel your own. If you're going to cancel, I want you to go to Chase Bank, go to US Bank, and make sure they have canceled theirs. Because if they have been doing this for 200 years, and it's something good, and somebody from TikTok tells you it's something bad, you have to ask yourself, what is your source of information? And those people from TikTok will be the first person to block on that day when adversity hits. They're going to be the very first people to block. You're never going to hear from them. Life happens. And when it does, those friends are never going to be there for you. We are going above and beyond. We care so much about the community. We want to make sure no family is left behind, and our license comes from the state to do what we do. So I just shared with you two parts. I shared with you part one. I shared with you part one, which is about what we do for families. I shared with you part two, which is the reward we give for helping families. We're now going to close with part three by hearing from two distinguished individuals who said yes to this crusade. And we are going to start from the Dutch practitioner from Minnesota. This opportunity found Obi while she was an advanced practice student. She said yes. She had said no, but when she looked around and she saw all the challenges of the community, she had said, I'm too busy with school, with work, as a mom. But when she saw what it means to say no and not be your brother's keeper, your sister's keeper, she said yes. And because she said yes, it's a double-edged sword. We help families on one hand, and we also get rewarded by the families we help. Our reward does not come from the families, it comes from the company to work with. Today, we are honored to hear from nurse practitioner Obi out of Minnesota. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. I'm going to hand it over to you. Take it over.
Wow, wow, wow. Good evening, Mr. Daniel. Good evening, everyone. That was a very wonderful presentation. Thank you so much for all you do in the community. We cannot appreciate you guys enough, you and Dr. Linda. my name is Obi, just like Mr. Daniel already introduced me. I'm an independent financial professional and a franchise developer. We do a lot of services in the community. We bring to you financial solutions that will help you leverage some strategies that need to be in place so that you can plan for your retirement peacefully, and you can also protect your income, the money you work so hard for, and also transfer legacy to your family and children. So today, I'm privileged to be in your midst to share my
are you sharing your screen? Are you sharing your screen?
No, not yet. Not yet. Thank you. Today, I'm privileged to be in your midst to share my journey with World Financial Group and what this process has done in my life and that of my family. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. All right. So my name is Obi Agu. I'm married and I have 4 kids. I'm from the great country of Nigeria. I know we have a lot of Nigerians in the house today. Um, I live in the state of Minnesota with my family. I actually came to US in 2015. Oh, sorry, let me zoom, let me make it a slideshow so it will be much good. Okay, that's better. So I joined my husband, just like every other person out there would want to come to America to look for a greener pasture. So when I came in 2015, actually I did my nursing back home. So I had my diploma in nursing back home, and when I came, I just had to sit down, study, and wrote my board exam in 2017. Of course, when I passed, I was so excited, just like every other normal nurse from Nigeria or from Africa, you know. I was so excited because I want to get into the system. I want to start making money so I can support my husband and also help my family. So I got a job in a home health care. I'm telling this story because I know there's a lot of nurses, there's a lot of people from Africa that came here trying to fit into the system. So for we that already did nursing back home, most times I would say it's much more easy for us to transition because all you needed to do was to study, and by God's grace, if you're able to pass your exam, it's so easy to transition. Some people will go through the CNA process. Unfortunately, I didn't go through that route because I all I did was just stayed home, and I was fortunate enough to have good materials, resources that helped me study. So that was why it was easy for me to transition. Then, when I got my first job, it was in a home health care. Because when you apply to the hospitals, they will tell you, oh, they need somebody that have experience. So I started my journey with home health care experience, and I was working 12-hour shifts. In the process, I was even pregnant um, with my third kid. So I will go to work, even with the sleep and everything, I'm still struggling because you have to work, because you have to support your family, because you have kids to take care of, and you have your family to support. So, as the normal route, people will say, go back to school. When you go back to school and get another certificate, your salary will increase. So, I went back and did my BSN in Grand Care University. I graduated, and then, it's never enough. And then they say, oh, you're still young, go back to school. It's better for you to just get it done so that you know that you are done with school and all that. So, all these years in America, all my life, it's been working, having kids. Why am I saying this? Because a lot of people on this call today, they are mom, they are in school. Some of them are still students, some have graduated, they have full-time job. And then I went back to school for the mental health nurse practitioner program. That was in 2021. But guess what? I graduated in December 2024. I was still working in the hospital as an RN. I took my board exam. which I passed in May 2025. But prior to that, um, this is where my journey started. So while in school, as of 2022, September precisely, my beautiful friend, I call a sister from another mother, uh, she approached me and said, Nne, there's this opportunity that I found. You know, you're like a sister to me. I cannot keep it to myself. I want to share that opportunity with you. Initially, I wasn't understanding what she was saying. So her name is Amarachi Ugu. I call her my angel, a very beautiful one with a beautiful soul. Thank you so much. Let me use this privilege to say thank you to you for getting me involved. If you did not say yes to this opportunity, I don't think I will be here. A lot of us will not be on this call. Um, the same way with Dr. Ruth, our princess. I also want to say thank you, Dr. Ruth, because you have been part of this journey. In fact, you are part of the process. Because when Amrachi started, she didn't know so much, but I had most of this information through you. And since then, you've been part of my life and that of my family. So I want to use this opportunity to say thank you. So if someone invited you on this call today, let's assume that this is your first time of coming here. I want you to say thank you to that person because you don't know what the person has done for you. So, like I said, when this opportunity found me, I was in school. I was so busy with schoolwork. I had full-time job. I have my family to take care of. I wasn't even paying attention. It was like my friend said, get a license. And then I was in a semester that I had classes. I used to do like 3 classes. So that section, I was fortunate. It was just 2 classes. I said, you know what? Amracha has been on my neck. I think I should just add this extra. Let me just assume that I'm doing 3 classes. So within a space of 1 week and a few days, I got done with the course material. So I went and took the exam. I just got there. I said, I've gotten the license, so I can rest now, right? She was laughing. She was so happy. She was so excited. I thought, in my mind, I was doing her a favor, right? Because she's been on my neck. Now, little did I know that it was for my own good. But because I didn't understand what this whole thing was all about, I still didn't pay attention. She will invite me for meeting. I will not attend. I will give her excuses. I'll say, do you even know that I'm in school? Do you know that I have kids? I'll be giving excuses. Oh, I'm taking my kid to the clinic for vaccination. I had tons of reasons not to do this uh, business. So I wasn't even proud to tell people what I was doing. I know that most of you understand this feeling. You can imagine a nurse. All of a sudden, you're talking about finance. How do you even go to people that say they are accountants, people that work in the bank, people that work in financial industries for years, and you that they've always known as a nurse or in medical field, all of a sudden you're talking about money. It doesn't even make sense. So to me, I was even hiding myself. I wasn't bold enough to say what I do. And then the little ones that I attempted, I approached my
Bonsoir.
close friends.
Bonne année.
And
Bonne
guess what?
année,
They
bonne
said no
année.
because they don't understand.
Très bien,
So
merci.
if you are here today and you've approached people and you talk
Oui,
to
oui,
them
les
and
poissons, il y en a.
they are saying no, just give them time. Let them be. Check up on them. Don't give up on them.
Oh,
Because
je viens vous montrer.
people have been in that particular state until they go to understand what the process is all about before you can start thinking about transitioning. So, like I said, sometimes Amrachi will call me and encourage me and say, Nne, this business is not easy, you know. And if you're the type, I gave reasons that I could not do this business. I said I was an introvert. I don't like talking. I don't have friends. She said you can do it. So even when I want to give up, she will call me and encourage me, say, don't quit, just hang in there, you know. So we kept pushing. But first thing first. What did I do? I protected myself. I protected my kids and my husband. So if you on this call today, you don't have a policy, you don't have a protection over your family, please do not let this night pass you by without protecting your family. This is the most important part of this journey. This is my policy. I have policy with different companies, but this is one of my policies. fall sick today, I have peace of mind. I can go to bed and sleep. This might not be so big because I'm still aiming to buy more policies, buy more protection, have more coverage over my family, over myself. But at least something is better than nothing. So let's assume that the doctor says I have 12 months or less than 12 months to live. The company will give me up to $625,000 while I'm still alive. If I have cancer, heart attack, stroke, end stage renal failure, paralysis, just one of these listed diagnoses, I stand the chance of getting up to $562,000. That is 90% of whatever face amount that I have. What if I'm not able to perform 2 activities of daily living out of the 6 activities of daily living, like transferring yourself, eating, dressing, bathing, incontinence? I stand the chance of getting up to $562,000. That is what they call peace of mind. Now, this is my husband's policy too. If he falls sick, he has the privilege of getting paid this amount of money while he's still alive, contrary to what people think about life insurance. If you have the right kind of portfolio, the company gives you a portion of what you have so that you can take care of yourself while you're still alive. Now, a lot of people have this misconception about life insurance. It's only when you die that it pays out. That's why we are licensed professionals. That's why we have done all the researches. That's why we're here to bring you powerful information. You don't go to Google and then you get all this information that people put out there. You can go to your life insurance just like you go to your saving account, checking account. You can go there and withdraw money and solve your problem. So this is just me. In December 2025, I was able to go to my own bank. I call it my own bank, my own life insurance, and I was able to take out $10,000 to solve my problem. So you see, am I dead? No, I'm still alive. That's me talking right here. So if you have your own bank, you can go there. Your life insurance as your own bank, you can go there and take money. Also in September 2025, I was able to take $2,000 from my account too. So I take it, I pay it back, it goes to me, the interest goes to me. Do you understand? So you don't have anything to lose. Now, here is the deal. For me, I would officially tell you that this journey started for me in 2025. You know why? Because all this while I've been in school, I've been playing games. I wasn't even understanding what they are doing. When I get $1,000 in a month, I'll be like, okay, that's an extra income. Most times, I just put in policy maybe once in a month. Even when I started, I wasn't even doing it myself. My friend was helping me. That's how this opportunity is. You don't do the work, someone else is doing it for you and you're getting paid. So then I was just playing around, until one day, okay, in 2023, I had a personal challenge that actually made me stay away from, including my school. I deferred my course, and I also stayed away from this business. Complete 1 year, the whole of 2024, I almost quit. But I'm actually will come here and say, hang in there. Please don't quit. Pick up yourself. You got this. That's why when you have, sometimes God bring people your way to always be there to support you, to guide you, to help you. So the kind of people you mingle around with determines where you're going to. If you have friends that all they talk about is the negative side of life, please stay away from them. If you have people that don't impact your life positively, people that don't share the same goals, the same vision, people that don't have the same mindset, just like you, stay away from them because they're going to take away the little one that you have. So the good thing she did for me was she dragged me to Champions Bowl 2025. After I graduated in 2024, December 2024, I was like, okay, I don't have any school program going on right now. Maybe I can just come. I followed Amachi to Dallas 2025 Champions Bowl. Guess what? They started calling people that were making money.
Ça, c'est
And then they
c'est
called
vraiment
my name
pur,
on
ce
the
sont
stage.
des
I was even privileged they called my name because,
Non,
like
non,
I said,
non, non,
a
pas
whole
moi.
1 year I wasn't even doing anything. So the money that they called me for was leverage income, money that I got paid while doing nothing. So I saw $15,000. I was like, wait a minute, did I just hear $15,000? And then I look at my friend. I saw what they called her. I'm like, does it mean that I've been playing around? Like, what's going on? I now told myself, you know what? It's high time I got into the game. So, what did I do? That day, I was so embarrassed. I didn't know how to climb the stage. In fact, my friend, my business partner that was sitting beside me, I was supposed to take a video of me climbing the stage. I think they called her,
Oh oui.
or she got distracted, so she didn't even video me. So when I came down, I'm like, did you get the video? She said, no. In my mind, I said, it's even better. I don't need that video. You know why? Because I was so embarrassed. What am I celebrating? $15,000 for being here for how many years? I told myself, when I get home, I'm going to take this business serious. So I also told myself that this champion bowl is usually done once in a year. It's a big event. We just finished one. And I made a promise to myself and I said, by God's grace, when I'm coming back to this Champions Bowl. In fact, I said, let me climb this stage because I'm not climbing it and I'm proud of where I am today. I'm climbing it because I want to have something that can reflect on and say, hey, this is where I started and this is where I am right now. So I said, if I'm coming back here, by God's grace, I want to be an SMD. I remember Mr. Daniel telling me, that's Obi, when are you opening an
Exactly.
So I went back home. I had to change the narrative. So what did I do? That moment, I even had my business partner. Every time I share this story, I always like to share everything because I know she was a living witness that day. So I told her, if I go back, things are going to change. She was screaming, hey, this girl has caught fire, or this girl is on fire. I'm like, well, you can say whatever you want to say, but I know that the same Obi that came 2025 is not going to be the same that is going to come for Champions Bowl 2026. So when I go back home, there was a change in mindset. My mindset shifted. It was static, but now it's active. So according to Jim Rohn, he says, for things to change, you have to change. So now I will go to work. I used to give excuses. I'm actually come here and say, oh, there's training. You need to hop in. I'm like, I'm driving to work. You know, so it became like a habit. So, but when my mindset changed, they say the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. I had to take an action. It's not just about mindset change, but if there's no action to back it up, it's a waste of time. What did I do? I took an action. I started attending trainings to improve my skills. I realized that I was basically depending on Amarachi to help me with the things that I need. I started attending big events. If they have elevates, I try to attend before I will give excuses. Then I was bold enough to tell people what I do and offer opportunities to them. I tried to get people involved because someone showed me this opportunity. I felt it would not be nice for me to just keep it to myself. So I started talking to people. I started sharing this opportunity with a lot of people. Then I started helping my business partners study and get a license. I will go to work. Same work I give as excuse. I will use a headphone. In fact, the kind of hair, I don't braid my hair because I need a wig that will cover parts of my ear. And my job, they don't let us use earphone, but I have to improvise. Even one day as a child nurse, it fell off my ear. I grabbed it and hid it so that somebody will not see it. You know, but because I knew what I wanted, I didn't want to miss training. Even if I'm not paying attention, at least I know I'm going to grab one or two things when I listen. So that was what changed for me. During my break time, they give us 1 hour break at work. I will use 10 minutes to eat. I try to eat so fast, 10, 15 minutes. By then, I've already sent out link. People whoever that wants to study should join me. I don't care, even if it's 30 minutes. I don't even go to the break room. I use the doctor's examination room. I will use my laptop and then I will sit down there and study with them. By the time I see that I have up to 2 or 3 people join me, when it's time for me to go back to work, I will leave the Zoom on for them so that they will continue. So at the end of the day, in the night, I'll come and take my computer. There was even a night that I forgot to go home with it because we had a patient that was very aggressive. So it was a very busy shift that I was actually trying to finish my work before going home. So I literally forgot about the computer. As God will have it, I had a colleague that lived close to my house. So my husband called him and said, "Hey, my wife forgot her computer in her unit. Can you go grab it?" So he helped me to bring it home. So I had to go to his house to go get it. That was how far I was willing to go. I became coachable and available. Like I said, sometimes I organize training. If someone is available, I'll say, "Hey, do you have 30 minutes to hop in?" That was what changed for me. Now they say successful people have fear, successful people have doubts, and successful people have worries. They just don't they just don't let these feelings stop them. With all these worries and fears, I had something in my mind. I got to a point that I had to let go. You know what stood in for me? I attended Las Vegas event and we had a meeting with Mr. Daniel and Dr. Linda. I asked Mr. Daniel a question. I said, at one point, did you have to let go of your job? Because I know that was standing, uh, my work was a problem at some point. In the sense that sometimes my business partners will call me, they need help, but I'm on the way. I'm on my way to work. So what time do I have to help them? Sometimes I have an appointment, but I have to reschedule. And then when I reschedule, by the time I'm getting back to the client, the person has other things going on. I'm like, how long am I going to continue like this? At one point, did you take the bold step to stop working? You know what? You know who answered me that question? It was Dr. Linda. Probably she has forgotten, but that word she said was something that I took home. She said, we didn't even need Mr. Daniel to make so much money. All we needed was for him to make up to what he was making as a nurse practitioner, which was around $5,000. So now Mr. Daniel was to $6,000, and then he had to quit. And I had fears, according to my portfolio. Guess what? When I stopped working, things began to change. Now look at the results. In a day, I made $3,000. And guess what? I used to see people make 3,000. I used to see people make 4,000, and then I'll make 500. I'll make 200. I'll be like, when is it going to get to my turn? But the moment I started doing what I needed to do, things began to change. In a month, the same July that I quit my job, actually, I was doing this as a part time, remember? And then that July was 25th July. So I had even worked for the whole month. The same month, I still made $11,000 in a month. And then just December last year, I made over $8,000 in one day. And in the whole of the month of December, I made $20,000 in one month. So if you are like me and you are having doubts, you have guilt, doubts and fear in your mind, what if? That was what I kept hearing. What if I didn't make it, But I took the bold step and these are the results. Now, guess what? I didn't just get all those money paid to me. I also qualified for shares with one of our biggest company, Aegon. And I became an SMD in October. After I became an SMD, I qualified for the 50K watch, which was sent to me. And in December, I crossed over $100,000 in my annual income. Now, I'm expecting my ring, which is already on the way. So, my why? They say family is everything. The reason why I am enjoying what I'm doing today is because now I can work from my home. I have time with my kids, with my husband. I can go for vacations without asking for permission from my boss. If you were to before, if you were to be before I travel, I have to take consent from my manager. He had to sign for leave of absence. But now I can do that because I'm my own boss. And I have extra money. The money I make from my RN job doubled, tripled. Now I have more time to bond with my spouse. I also have opportunity to help others. Someone helped me. So this also gave me an opportunity to share with people what I'm doing that is helping me. And I'm very flexible with time. I can schedule my own appointment. I'm able to take my kids for their vaccination. I'm able to take them to hospital. I'm able to take them for events. I'm able to take them to school if they have uh, things doing in school. This is what this opportunity has done for me. And it also gave me opportunity to meet wonderful people. Last year, we were at Cancun. We went for Cancun vacation. That's Mr. Daniel. That's his beautiful wife. And that's these wonderful ladies, Amarachi and our princess, Dr. Roots, where we're having a spa. As an RN, I can remember even one day that I had a vacation, a paid trip vacation, free food, free hotel. This is what this opportunity has done. Look at me and my husband drinking coconut water. I can't even remember how many years ago I drank that. Fresh coconut water. And then I have my group, we're all in the beach, having fun. I met a lot of amazing people. We had a free boat ride. That's Mr. Daniel. That's Mr. Emmanuel Tida. Look at Amarachi, Mr. Afon. So you see, this opportunity gave me time to hang out with wonderful people. Or is it our last concluded Champions Bowl that I met my classmates? This opportunity gives me time to reunite with our beautiful Stella, Amarachi. All of us, we did our nursing back home, but today we have transitioned into this amazing career. We are all nurse practitioners. Dr. Roots met with my husband, who is uh, the brother. He helps us to reunite. Look at beautiful Dr. Brenda and Mr. Daniel. So these are wonderful people that I met. More time, more family time with my kids. Now, WFG paycheck versus my job paycheck. As an RN, this is what I was making every 2 weeks. If I want to make more, I have to pick up extra job. So look at that. But in the last 3 months, I was able to make up to $36,000 doing this. So can you imagine how many months it's going to take me as an RN to make this kind of money that I made in 3 months in WFG? Now, this is what my cash flow looks like. Within 1 year that I took this opportunity serious, from that day that I came back from Champions Bowl, February 2025, till this day, this is what this opportunity has done for me. And remember that I started this as a part-time before I transitioned into full-time. So I am not yet where I want to be. I'm still in the process. But according to Timothy, he said, begin to visualize your bright future ahead of you and then start walking the road towards it. So I'm still in the process. This is still a journey for me. And I know that the future is so bright because I've seen a lot of people win here. So as of July 2025, we attended Las Vegas events. These are my team. But this Champions Bowl 2026, these are all the people from my team that attended. So you see, we have amazing people. The story has changed. It's no longer about me. Rather, it's about people that I'm helping to see this dream just like I've seen it. These are my amazing team members, looking all beautiful and classy. We had lots of fun. Dr. Ruth and Amachi made it fun for us in Champions Bowl. We had even evening events after the Champions Bowl. Now, I want to talk about our upcoming splash. They say if you want to change people's mindset, bring them to big events. We have another one coming up. My mindset shifted when I attended Champions Bowl. This is an opportunity for you. Maybe you need to get in and see what I saw. Maybe you need to get in and feel what I felt. Then you can feel the impact of this process. So I want to encourage you and invite you. We are going to Philadelphia in May 8th and May 9th. Please try and attend this event. Now, my question to you today is, if today happens to be the last day you start working at your job, what do you have in place that can replace your income? Have you heard about spend down process? What you have at your job, some people say I have coverage at my work. It's called short-term and long-term disability. Until you fall sick, you will not understand how the job coverage works. What happens to that precious house, that mortgage that you so much love? When you are not able to pay for it, you're going to lose it. And how with that family that you've been working so hard, picking up extra shifts to make sure that they are comfortable, how are they going to cope if you are no longer bringing in those income? Maybe because you're sick, or maybe because you passed away. If you eventually die, how long is GoFundMe going to sustain your family? That is why I have the privilege to share with you a story of a friend and a colleague whom I met in one of the events that I attended in Dallas. So I happened to meet this lady and I found out that she's actually from my country. I tried to uh, have a relationship with her. I tried to get an appointment with her so I can tell her what we do for families. But she gave me excuses. Oh, that weekend I'm going to work. Actually, it's not my weekend to work, but I picked up at my job. So unfortunately, I cannot be able to listen to what you have to say. I came back to Dallas again after a few months of trying over the Zoom. She still gave me reasons that, oh, she's very busy. She's working so hard. I say, even if it's 30 minutes, she was always giving me excuses. So I plan to meet her in person the next time I come. So even when I came, I tried to meet her. She said, oh, I'm working today. Unfortunately, I won't be home. Guess what? I said, okay. I went home. I kept trying to do that via Zoom because, like I said, I live in Minnesota. At some point, I said, okay, maybe I am not the one to tell her this information, because people don't understand the value of what we have. Unfortunately, by the time they realize it, it's already late. So after a few months, I decided to check up on her. Just checking up. I said, hey, sis, how you doing? It's been a while I heard from you. She said, I'm good. I said, how is work? She said, for the past 5 months now, I haven't gone to work. I'm like, what's going on? She said, well, I know maybe I've not told you. I got a diagnosis of cancer 5 months ago. The moment she said that, I had goose pimple all over my body. Why? The first question I asked her, I said, please don't be offended. I am so sorry that you're going through this predicament. But can I ask you one thing? Did you ever have a protection over your life? She said, when I say protection, do you mean life insurance? I said, yes. Because I know they say in Texas, everywhere it's populated, like people know about this whole thing. She said, well, to be honest with you, sister, I don't even have a single $1 over my head. I said, oh my God. I know I tried to reach out to you several. She said, how would I have known that's what you wanted to tell me? That was what she told me. How would I have known that's what you wanted to tell me? Can you imagine? And this is somebody that works so hard. She's a registered nurse. She told me, as I'm talking to you right now, my mortgage is going into foreclosure. I have a house, I pay $5,000. I'm also relying on my siblings to help me clear my debts. As I'm talking to you right now, I've sold everything I have back home in Nigeria, but they can't get me nothing. Can you imagine? This is somebody that was living healthy. If you see her, she's always looking good. But guess what? When sickness struck, when he struck, he did not ask whether she was making a lot of money or whether she was looking good. It happens when you least expect. So why am I sharing this pathetic story? A lot of us are on this call today. Somebody has been trying to tell you what we do. Somebody has been trying to encourage you to protect yourself. You're procrastinating. You are saying, oh, my plate is too full. I have things I'm doing. I have project back home. Now that she's sick, those things cannot help her. So she's still going through chemotherapy. And do you know that she can't go to work? So the insurance that she claimed she had at work is no longer there, because when you lose your job, you lose your coverage. So that is why I want to encourage you, if you're on this call, please protect yourself. Business is a different thing, protection is another thing. You can work so hard in America. If you do not protect at least 20% of what you work so hard for, it can be gone within a twinkle of an eye. So this, my friend, everything turned upside down. Today, we are praying that she gets better, but she's really, really struggling, because what the friends and colleagues do, they came and started a GoFundMe. In our community today, we have a lot of GoFundMe. So that is the goal of this crusade. We are trying to defund GoFundMe. We are trying to stop all this GoFundMe. Even if we have to do GoFundMe, let it be that we are just supporting you, not like it's basically what you're going to rely on to sustain your family. Because who has it helped? How much are you going to get from GoFundMe? $1,000? $2,000? When people do GoFundMe, they do it only one time, because life has to continue. People have their own responsibility to take care of. In conclusion, I want to say, please stop giving excuses. You might be healthy today, your tomorrow is not guaranteed. If you are here today, you are a CNA, you're an accountant, you're a physician, it doesn't even matter what's your professional background. This is an opportunity for you. Are you ready for an opportunity? And when this opportunity comes knocking at your door, are you ready to open your door? Because one thing is to have opportunity right in your face, and another thing is to be able to accept it when it comes knocking. And again, you can listen to whatever we have to say today. If you do not take an action, you're as good as somebody that did not attend this meeting. So, success only comes from taking action. I want to say thank you, Mr. Daniel, for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, everyone. I give it back to you.
Thank you so much, Obi, for sharing with us today. And thank you so much for being on this crusade of No Family Left Behind. Our closing speaker for tonight is Temi Tope. Temi is based in Dallas, Texas. Background of healthcare as well. Originally from Nigeria. An LPN nurse in her previous career. She said goodbye to nursing and said yes to helping families. Today we are honored to hear from Temi. I'm going to hand it over to you. Take it over.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel, for the opportunity to speak tonight, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for that introduction. So I'm going to go ahead to share my screen. Right, so I touched my journey from healthcare to wealth care. So, like Mr. Daniel said, I'm Temitope Fawole. So, fortunately, with me and Obi, I'm a mother of 4 kids. So, it's a mother things tonight. So, if you're a mother of little kids or a father of little kids, this opportunity is for you. So, the oldest of my kid is 8-year-old, and the youngest is 2, so meaning I'm super busy. So I'm migrated from Nigeria, of course, from my name, you know that. So my first degree is in accounting. I work with First Bank of Nigeria. You know, when we come to America, they will tell you that, you know what, you have to be an healthcare or you be an IT if you actually need the money. That was my case. It's not because I don't like anything about healthcare, because I don't like needle, I don't like blood, but what I was told that if you really need the money here in America, you need to be in healthcare. Yes, I need to follow suit. But the good things about me is that I have a good landing. Why did I say that? My husband has been here for almost a decade. So joining him I don't have to struggle to walk and be going to school. All I have to do at that time is just to go to school because I have 2 kids as at that time. The oldest was 3 years, while the youngest was 3 months old. Yes, I went through school. I say thank you to my amazing husband because during those periods, this man actually works 7 days a week. 7 days a week, multiple jobs. Thinking that by the time I finish my nursing school, we will be in money. That is what we were told. But they didn't tell me that I have to be ready to do the overtime. Put me there shift. I'm available shifts. Who is calling in shifts? They didn't tell that part to me. All they say is that go to healthcare, you're going to see the money. So on my penny day, you can see the smile on my husband's face. It's a smile of relief. See, now my wife is ready to join the workforce so that he can step down. So working as a nurse and raising 2 kids was an issue because I have to look for where to keep my kids. So I remember then for my kids to go to babysitter for 3 days, one child is $950. So 2 child, that's almost $2,000. Help me. How much am I going out there to go make? And I have a student loan of up to $30,000. So that was my case. I have to struggle to pay the babysitter to go to work. So working as an healthcare, I work in a nursing home. I try home health nurse. At some point, I have a 3rd child. Now we're still struggling to pay bills, right? We're still struggling to go to work. Now I have a 3rd child. So I was on leave without pay. That was in 2021. Leave without pay. So at that point, I have to reduce my 12-hour shift to 5 hours as a nurse. Where my mates are doing 16-hour shifts, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, all I could do at that time is just 5 hours. Not because of health condition, but because I have kids. Are you on this call tonight? Because you have kids, you have to pick what you have to do, either to go to work or stay with your kids. Take WFG opportunity serious. So for me to do that 5-hour shifts, guess what? I have to drive almost 1 hour to the place. We call it early hour shifts. So I have to do 29 hours in 1 week for 6 days. So the money is not enough again. I still have to pay my student loan, but now I have to cut my hours to 5 hours instead of the 12 hours. So this was a period. Somebody reached out to me from my church. So I called them an angel. So Miss Ikechi Alice reached out to me that, hey, Mama Bro, the way she called me, I want to share an opportunity to you. I said, God bless you, Miss Ikechi. Thank you so much because you are the connecting factor. And on that day, I was no opportunity to be in the group meeting like every one of you. It was during COVID, it's just myself, Miss Ikechi, and Mrs. Rebecca Remo. Thank you so much, Mrs. Rebecca Remo, for all you are doing, for pouring yourself into us. Thank you so much. So on that day, she spoke to me. All what she was saying that day made perfect sense. Remember, I was on leave without pay. So where will the money come from? I have to swipe it on my credit card because there was no money. It's your own excuse that I don't have money. This is the best credit card I would say I swiped in 2021. And the journey again. Why do I have to answer the call? These are my why. These are the reason why I have to answer the call because I'm sick and tired on how to choose whether to stay with my kids or to go to work. I'm sick and tired of running through the traffic because at this point, even sometimes me and my husband, we change the car on the highway. I'm going to be in the car that have the keys. It's going to be coming from the work, so we have to change the car on the highway. If you have the little kids, you know what I'm talking about. There was no family time. That was the reason I took the call seriously. These are the reasons why I do that. But when I answered the call, now I have fulfillment. That's what the fulfillment was. Now I have more time, quality time to spend with my kids. Every of their free trip in school, I'm always there. All their activities, I'm always there. So before, in the nursing career. Somebody else is raising these kids for me. I was not involved in their life, but with WFG opportunity, I was involved in their life. I was raising them by myself, not the YouTube raising them for me or the iPad or somebody else. What happened to us when you give birth to a child? After 6 weeks, if you don't go back to, you have to put your kids with somebody else, even when they are 6 weeks old. But with WFG opportunity, I have more quality time to spend with this kid. Sometimes they call us to come to school, come and have lunch with them. Can you imagine? It's only in America. They want to do award day for your kids. The time is 8:30 a.m. in the morning. And they expect it to be there. Before, I don't have that opportunity, but with WFG opportunity, I have that opportunity. Even most of the time, we do show up with my husband. Tell me in America, which time are you going to say husband and wife in the home? No way. You are doing morning shift, your husband is doing night shift, right? That was our case before. But with WFG opportunity, no. We work together as husband and wife. So this is me being able to show up for my kids. When I was working as a nurse, I don't have the opportunity to travel. You know why? If you need time off, they will have to, as a nurse, you have to bring somebody else to work your shift. But with this opportunity, I'm able to travel with my family. So in 2022, November to precisely, I say bye-bye to my health career, whereby I have more time to spend with my family. So doing that, we get celebrated. What happened to us at work? Any little thing they want to write you off. Any little thing they want to write you off. But here, for everything you do, you get celebrated all the way. So upon all those good things that I've talked about, having quality time, this is what it looked like for me in 3 months. Can you imagine? If I have to make this as an LVN, this is what I actually make in a year. I mean, 12 months. But I make this in 3 months. And the good thing about this is that I don't need to worry about how much am I paying the babysitter. I work at my own time. I have freedom of location. I remember in 2021, I enrolled in school because I was ready to build my career in nursing. So I enrolled in my RN class. But I drop off when I see WFG opportunity. Look at it, you like Google, right? In Texas, as an RN, I'm going to get paid $64,000 to $70,000. But remember, I have 30,000 student loan for LVN. Now I'm going to school as an RN, another student loan on top of it. But thank God to WFG opportunity. So this is what I will have been making in a year, W2. But look at what WFG opportunity did. In 6 months, I make an RN income, and this is even $10.99. And the sweet part of it, I don't have to think where to put my kids. I don't have to think who, if you are still playing around with your license, today is a wake-up call for you. Miss Obi said she's a mother of 4 kids. I'm a mother of 4 kids. So if we can do it, you can also do it. What does it look in a year? This is the $45,000 if I have to do my full-time hour as an avian. $45,000 before tax. Well, let me tell you, because I have kids, not because because I'm sick. All I was doing is to make $1,492 every 2 weeks. And I have to work 6 days. So look at what it looked like for my W2 or what it looked like in WFG opportunity. $150,000. And this is even $10.99. But the sweet part of that money is I don't need to run through the traffic. Another sweet part of it is that I have more quality time to spend with my spouse, with my children, and to be involved in their life and to raise them because they grow up fast. It's only this time they're going to remember. So look at it. Not only me taking them out, even together, my husband. So WFG opportunity give us freedom of time, financial freedom, freedom of location, and we're being exposed to different information that is hidden from the public. We work hard, we play hard, we have fun. I say thank you again to my amazing mentor, Mrs. Rebecca Aremu. Imagine you have to go on vacation 1 week at no expense to you. All I have to do is just carry my bag. Yes. My mentor took all of us out for a vacation for 1 full week. I don't have that. Even my manager in my nursing home will be looking for a way to fire me. We're looking for what I don't do right. But here, I have an amazing mentor helping me to be a better version of myself. That is another opportunity you have here. Look at me. I remember where I worked last as outpatient clinic. I always be the one to open the clinic office. So everybody will be waiting for me. It's not my father's office, but I own the office key. That is for them. But here, I have my own office with WFG opportunity. I can never even think of having my own office. I joined it just to make extra $1,000 so that I will not be one of those nurses that do 2 jobs. I never do 2 jobs. But because I don't want to be one of those nurses that do 2 jobs because I have little kids, all I joined to make is just extra $1,000. Now see where I am today, having our own office. Thanks to my amazing husband. Are you a licensed person on the call? I call this pain behind the smile. Life is going to happen. But guess one thing that we all do? Any little thing that happens in our life, WFG opportunity is what you want to put on hold. Come closer. Whatever thing that is making you to show up in your job, no matter what happens, WFG opportunity should not be the reason why you say, you know what, my chicken is laying egg, I have to take a break. But here you can't take a break at your work. On this day that we did the grand opening of my office, yes, I lost a precious person to me, which is my father. You see how I put it up together on that day? It doesn't even show. Because if I have to be at work on that day, I'll still go to work, right? So quit excuse. Whatever things that can still make you to show up to work, the same thing go with this opportunity. Hold it up, and you see everything changing for you. I'm a product of big events. I got licensed in 2021 towards the end. Then my first convention was in 2022 in Plano. Are you here as a licensed person? You never show up to any events. Man, you are doing more harm to yourself. So you don't want to miss this Philadelphia event coming. I'm so fired up and ready. Myself, all the team members that I have all around. Are you still going to let this one slip by? Book your flight ticket today, because if you can't change people, bring them to big events. I can't tell you, but you have to be there in the atmosphere, and don't come alone. Invite, and invite. Talking about stock ownership. Remember I joined to make extra $1,000, right? Look at where we are. So we qualify for stock ownership. This is the certificate, the real one. We got celebrated in Las Vegas. That was last year, in the midst of thousands of people. That was what WFG opportunity can do to you. Hold it up. And if you are here, you are invited today. You are thinking whether to do it. Today is the day you take the action. Don't go to bed until you take the action. God forbid something happens to me. My husband can continue from where I stopped. But about my nursing license, now I'm not been using this. I'm not using it again. It's as useless as nothing because nobody else can use it. But with this financial professional license, my husband can continue from where we stopped. You know you cannot sell shoe barefooted. The total policy we have in our house is 6 million plus. So let me tell you show you one of those policies. This is my own right here. Remember what Mr. Daniel said earlier. So what is going to happen to you the day you don't have the ability to go out there to go work? Do you have an income protection? This is my own case. God forbid, if I've been diagnosed with any of those critical illness, I'm going to get paid up to $900,000 while I'm still alive. How about the old age that I cannot do 2 activities of daily living? I got paid part of this money. Do you have an income protection? If your answer is no, make sure the person that invited you. How about terminal illness? If I have less than 12 months to live, the company pay up to $1 million. So my family can still continue the lifestyle they are used to. That is called loving yourself and loving your family. Are you think life insurance is all about that? Yes, I was able to take money out in 2024. I withdrew $10,000. It's my own bank, like Miss Obi said. Yes, it's my money. The same way I usually take money out of my savings and checking account. I was able to take $10,000 out of my account. And last year, to the glory of God, we were able to promote our first SMD. Last year, it was a great moment for us. Like Miss Obi said, somebody help you to be where you are. It's now your turn to help those behind you. Because there's someone like me out there that they have to choose whether to go to work or where to put their case. How can you reach out to them to give them this opportunity? These are the next waves of the leader that we're working with in our team. Why what we do matters. Yes, maybe you are here, you put your license under the pillow. Go dust it out and put it to work. Because what we do matters. A story of a family friend. Heard about this information. But I said, you know what? I'm in my MP school. All what you said makes sense. But I want to be done with my nursing school. Then we can revisit this. Do you believe that? She couldn't even finish the MP school before cancer hits. Health is wealth. For the fact that you are insurable today doesn't mean you're going to be insurable tomorrow. He was diagnosed of colon cancer. Everything went down, and she couldn't even finish the nursing school as I'm talking to you. Don't wait till tomorrow. Protect what matters to you. I say thank you so much to my amazing mentor, Ivisa Ramon Rebecca, and all the amazing mentor that is helping us to be a better version of ourselves. And I say thank you to all my team members, Choosing Generation on the call tonight. Thank you so much for allowing me to lead, to working with you. I really appreciate you. I'm going to leave you with this tonight. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes and learn how to do it. That is what I do. I say yes first, and I learn how to do it. Because opportunity are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you're going to miss it. Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel, again for giving me this opportunity, and I give it over to you.
What a journey and what a story. Tonight we just heard about what it means to multitask, what it means to be a mom, but taking care of your family, your children from the comfort of your home, and making twice more money from the comfort of your home than you were making at your previous healthcare career. Thank you so much, Temi, for sharing. Thank you so much, Obi, for sharing. And in the last 2 minutes, in the next and the last 2 minutes, if you had missed out on what I shared in the first 6 minutes when I started, I just want to run through that again, because so many people here are hungry for an opportunity and they don't know there are until they see one. Now, you just heard from Obi and Temi. Just so you know, they are not the only ones on this journey. These companies are willing to pay you if you say yes to this opportunity, spare time, free time once a month. We get paid by the biggest companies in America and Canada. To give you an example of who was paid in the month of January, these are the names of people who were paid in the month of January. If you look at the first name at the top, $243,000 in the month of January. Used to be a registered nurse, a case manager. Charity used to be a side nurse, $181,000. Cecilia Mbongo was an LPN nurse, just like Temi Tope, $120,000 in just 1 month. Where is this possible? It's happening here. Veronica Njuaba is from Tanzania, $118,000. Emmanuel Tita, $117,000. Ruth Efidiora, $130,000. Patricia Aponsa, $103,000. This is how much people were paid in 1 month. Now think about this. If there are 12 months in a year, and in 1 month somebody makes 100,000 and 3, how much do you think they're making in a year? I leave that to your imagination. It's the story of success. It's the story of WFG. You go all the way down. Rebecca Aremu, 54,000. Mumba Collins, 53,000. Julia Jogofo, a pharmacist, 52,000. What if those numbers are overwhelming for you, and maybe you just want something a lot less? Tumeni is from Tanzania, 28,000. Charles Abe is from Ghana, 28,000. Richmond Alexandra is from Haiti, 28,000 for helping families. In a month. This is the story of World Financial Group, and this is going to be your story as well. If you are looking for an opportunity, look no more, because today somebody invited you to see something better, something you can do on the side, something you can do spare time without quitting your job. Well, an extra 5,000 make a difference in your life. For me, it's you know why? I used to make $5,000 a month going to work looking like this. I show up to work, they say, doctor, it's time to get paid. I get paid $5,000 in a month. It is called working broke. But I'm so happy I came to this opportunity. It changed my story. The same way it changed the story of Obi, the story of Temi, and my own story, it has also changed the story of every single person you see on this screen today. Look no further. What will an extra $2,000 do for you? What if maybe for you, all you needed was an extra 1,700? Would that be helpful? I just shared you 1,000 names. The last name, 1,700 during this spare time on the side. We are called World Financial Group. We're all about collective success. We all win or nobody wins. These are the companies paying us in the United States, and these are the companies paying us in Canada. There's a lot more to this opportunity. In 2019, these were the top earners in the company. No diversity. Can you agree? You see anything? Now, 2019 was 6 years ago. Let me show you now. This is how it looks like now in 2026. A lot more diversity, and in our own hierarchy, these are the people making over $1 million annually. A day will come, Obi's name will be on this list. Temi's name will be on this list. Everybody begins, but the story ends. If you stay focused and continue to help families, 3 years, 4 years down the road, the story is going to change. These people you see here joined this opportunity 4 years ago, not yesterday, 4 years ago. If you're willing to grind here for 4 years, your story is going to change, because I want you to take a screenshot of this. All of these individuals, their story is going to change by December. These are the next set of millionaires. We are about to add 16 more millionaires onto the ones I just showed. Now, you want to be one? Then say yes. Because everyone wishes to be at the top, but only so few are willing to start. Temi started. Obi started. I started. And because I did, and when I started, I didn't have to ask permission from anybody. I didn't want to ask anybody, how do you think about this opportunity? Should I not? Because if you do, they will lead you down the wrong route. If you want to make the wrong decision, ask everyone. You are here and you have seen this opportunity like no one else. We get paid 9 times in a month, every Tuesday and every Friday. There's a lot more. Now, you get paid a lot of bonuses. For every single person that begins, you get paid tremendous bonuses every single month. We have retirement income. You own your book of business. You have a leave of absence privileges. You start owning stocks. You just showed, LB showed you their stocks. Kemi showed you stocks. Where else can you find stocks? I mean, you convert to money and you grab the money. Where else is that possible? Here it is possible. We are called World Financial Group. No one else has that in the financial industry. We do. We have profit sharing. You have the ability to transfer your code from you to your family. It's called business ownership. We are the only company that has true ownership, and everyone else is trying to copy what we do. Here, you're working for yourself, you're working for your family, you're working for your children. Whatever thing you do here, 10 years after you're bedridden from a sickness, 10 years after you passed away, your code goes to your spouse, from your spouse to your children, so they can continue to inherit. That's called true business. That's why our children are always with us wherever we go. They're paying attention because they are next. One more of this opportunity. You can do it in America, you can do it in Canada. Wherever you live, you can do it in both countries. And you can do this from the comfort of your home. Nowhere else is this possible than the story of Obi and the story of Temi, who just told you how little their kids are, but they're doing this from the comfort of their home and making a lot more money than when they used to work full-time in healthcare. How do you begin the process? A one-time $125 to get started. There's a course you have to study. Then you get licensed in your state. It takes 1 week to get licensed when you study from the comfort of your home. When you get licensed, now you have a license to go change the world, because this is how far we have come. I want you to imagine you're standing on the seashore and the goal is to excavate the sand from the seashore to the mountaintop. This is how far we've come, and this is how much work is left to be done. When you get licensed, a lot more comes your way. You now own sneakers custom made just for you. You now own a true business that helps you with tax deductions. Entrepreneurs benefit from the tax loopholes. How many of you paid back to Uncle Sam when you filed taxes? Well, you didn't own a business. Now you have the opportunity to own a business. It's one thing owning a home care when you needed 100K to start. It's one thing owning a business when you need 50K to start. It's one thing owning a trucking business when you need $90,000 to start. Here, it's $125. We go on vacation. As we speak, everybody is packing. 1,000 families are packing because we are heading to Hawaii. It's a 10 hours flight from mainland America to Hawaii. They pay for your flight. They give you a debit card to spend on the island. They pay for your hotel. They pay for food. They take care of you for helping families. We relax and we come back. Immediately we come back, we go into the Bahamas again on the same. We just spend our life enjoying life. That's how it's supposed to be. Then we go to Cancun. Then we go to Jamaica. Then we go to Europe on vacations. 5 paid vacations every year. Where else is that possible? It's possible here. Why? Because we are helping families. Does this sound like an opportunity for you to say yes to? Whoever made it possible for you to be here today will be able to share with you more information. Special announcement as we close. We are doing a convention in Honolulu, Hawaii. As we travel on our vacation to Honolulu, we want to make sure no family is left behind in Hawaii. So if you have a friend, you have a relative, I want you to take this screenshot of this flyer, and where is the address going to be? We're going to be meeting at the Sheraton, and this is the full address of where we are going to be on Tuesday next week. It's not next month. We're not talking about 6 days from now. All roads, we're going to make sure no family is left behind in Honolulu. You got to share this opportunity. We are so generous. If somebody had not shared with us, we wouldn't have been here today. We want to do the same to other families. And then after that, we're going to be meeting in Philadelphia in the month of May. It will be Friday and Saturday. All roads lead to Philadelphia. And if you think about where Philadelphia is located, we're talking about Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, New York. All of them are 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, and 15-minute drive away from this convention hall. That is at the Valley Forge Casino Resort. We're going to be expecting 6,000 people. Capacity is 6,000 people. We all win or nobody wins. We all win or nobody wins. Thank you so much for being with us today. We'll see you again next time. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye.